This is WABI-TV 5 Morning News.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on this Tuesday, August 11th. I'm Joy Hollowell. Here are some of the stories we're bringing to you this morning.
In order to do that, businesses have to change the way that they withhold payroll tax contributions from employee paychecks.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and other Democrats holding firm in their negotiations with the White House over coronavirus relief. Governor Mills has her own thoughts on the executive order signed by President Trump this weekend. We'll hear from them coming up this morning. Colleges continue to search for methods of creating a safe environment for in-person learning ahead of the fall semester. Find out what the University of Maine is planning when it comes to testing for coronavirus on their various campuses. And religious words or words of hate. We'll take you to downtown Bangor, where some chalk writings of Christian scriptures are leaving members of the LGBTQ community feeling targeted. But before all of that, we're going to get a check of your first alert forecast with Todd. And if you don't have air conditioning, you're going to be bumming today, right?
Yeah, you're going to want to find a fan.
Sam probably's not going to do it.
Yeah, anything you can do to stay cool today, Joy. And, a lot of folks work outside in these kind of conditions here. And so those folks, dress with, lightweight clothing. You've got to make sure you drink plenty of fluids and take some breaks and just give yourself a chance to cool down, because we're talking about heat index values that could feel like it's in the mid to upper 90s. And so that's dangerous if you're not careful out there. If you're working for any length of time and overexerting yourself, then you could definitely have things like heat stroke and things set in. So you want to be careful. Visibility, that's the biggest concern right now. Right now, we're seeing visibilities a mile or less in many areas. So a dense fog advisory has been issued by the National Weather Service until 9 this morning for down east locations through the greater Bangor area and along the mid-coast. So this is going to give way to partly sunny skies, but at least early this morning, you'll want to give yourself a little bit of extra time. The other concern we have today is the heat index. And so a heat advisory has been issued for the areas shaded here in the orange color. So we're talking temperatures today that will be in the 80s to near 90, dew points that will be in the upper 60s to low 70s, and you put those two together and it is what we call the heat index, what it feels like to us with the heat and humidity combined. And that's where we're going to see those producing heat index values in the mid to upper 90s today. So you do have to be careful if you're going to be outdoors. Temperatures this morning starting out in the mid 60s, dew points starting in the mid 60s as well. These are going to climb to the upper 60s, low 70s. We know when they're in the 60s, it's humid. You get closer to maybe a little bit above 70. That's when things really start to feel pretty uncomfortable. So hot and humid will top the weather headlines today. It's still going to be very warm and humid tomorrow, maybe a couple degrees cooler than today, though. Scattered showers and storms will be possible tomorrow, and it looks like sunshine, still warm but less humid as we head into the daytime on Thursday. So 68 to start here early. We'll be running in the 80s, near 90 today, and we do have some cooler weather on the way. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Joy?
All right, thanks, Todd. From elementary school to college, schools of all sizes are struggling to move forward alongside the coronavirus pandemic. Kentucky's governor said outbreaks in schools in other states means his state needs to delay the start of in-person learning. At the college level, football's Power 5 conference is looking like they might not have a season this fall. CBS's Laura Podesta has the latest.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear recommended schools in his state delay the start of